Fellow Toastmasters and guests, let's be real to ourselves. At some point in time, we have made last minute speeches. If you haven't, then good for you. But maybe you are procrastinating on other things. And if you still haven't, then please teach me your ways. If you're like me, who just started making this speech 3 days ago, and you have a great principle in life, do tomorrow, do today, but you're feeling stressed out, then this presentation may help you. Here are 3 tips which I will give around 5 to 7 minutes of my time. So bear with me. 1. Realize that procrastination is an emotional problem. In dealing with procrastination, I always thought that if I have a creative to-do list, a cool journal, an assiduous plan, then everything will be okay. I can make the greatest speech ever. But no matter how hard I try, I still binge 4 seasons of anime instead of focusing on the important. Now what? According to Daniel Kahneman, in his book Thinking Fast and Slow, we have 2 systems in our brain. The first one, which makes 98% of all our thinking, the unconscious part, influenced by our experiences, emotions, and memories, where we can make automatic and effortless decisions. The 2% is our conscious part, influenced by facts, logic, and evidence, where there is self-awareness and control. To make it simpler for you, because there are a lot of numbers there, Mark Manson, in his book Everything is Effed, gives a cool analogy between the 2 systems of our brain. So imagine a car. Most of us believe that the one driving is what he calls our thinking brain. And the feeling brain is that one kid you want to shut up and stay still. Turns out, the one driving our brain is the feeling brain, and the thinking brain is simply the navigator, the one who has the maps and directions, but does not have control in the steering wheel. So, the reason why we don't do things we know we should do is because we don't feel like it. It does not matter if we know better. What matters is how to feel better. 2. Don't wait for inspiration. Another reason why I am procrastinating is because I thought that to take action, I must have inspiration and motivation. It's like one day, I wake up, then inspiration hits me as I open the windows and see the trees. And I feel like angels are above me singing, ah! I now feel motivated. Then I open my laptop and start creating a speech about how beautiful life is. But that rarely happens. And there are more days that when I wake up, I just don't feel like it. Now, what do I do? David D. Burns, in his book Feeling Good, stated that individuals who procrastinate frequently confuse motivation and action. You foolishly wait until you feel in the mood to do something. Since you don't feel like doing it, you automatically put it off. He proposes for us to take action first, since it serves as a motivation momentum builder. The more action we take, the more motivation we have. Mark Manson, in his book The Subtle Art of Giving an F, calls this the do something principle, where the process between inspiration, motivation, and action is not a linear one, but it is a cycle. So you can start whenever you want among the three. But it is preferable to take action first because that is where you have the control. So if there are times that you don't feel like doing your speech, you have to go through the motions and you just have to do it. And if your feeling brain wants you to just continuously scroll on Facebook or just watch YouTube videos or Netflix and chill, tell your feeling brain that you only have to work for 15 minutes. If after 15 minutes you still don't have the motivation, Maybe consider taking a break. But I am willing to bet that you will continue the work for 1 hour. 3. Be kind to yourself. You know already that you are driven by emotion. You know already that you must take action first. You did well on the first day. And then you're unproductive on the second day. Now what? Tell yourself that it is okay. You see, your feeling brain and thinking brain are bad at talking to each other. You just can't control your emotions. The thinking brain can only create an environment that will bring the best about the feeling brain's impulses and intuition. So, the next time you don't feel like doing your speech, tell your feeling brain to remember what he or she felt at the times you were able to achieve something and the amount of work you have done to get there. Or just tell your feeling brain that he or she will watch anime after working on your speech. It is basically trying to compromise. If there are deadlines in your work, like making Toastmasters speeches, the tips I gave you can be basically thrown out of the window. Deadlines are great catalysts to push yourself to work. And your feeling brain doesn't want to experience the consequences of not reaching your deadline. But how about the things that do not have deadlines? Like trying something new, talking to a loved one, or doing something you want before your days here in the world are over. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, these are the boxes of every week in a 90-year life calendar. Take a hard look and think about how many boxes you have left. Maybe you should start doing something today or some other time. Thank you.